That's a good boy.
Rolling.
Okay, so he's doing really well with that, from the exercises, from not having surgery and doing exercises to improve after his torn cruciate ligament. And then we're going to try to demo the massage using this little cheap massager unit. So, like I explained to you, it improves circulation subcutaneously. The vibrational frequency is just enough, I'm convinced, from having read lots of research, and even the research where, have you ever heard about if you hum a kazoo every day for like 20 minutes, it'll dissolve a brain tumor? That came out like in the 90s. Anyway, I usually introduce dogs to this with it turned off. And then I'll go along the spine to get them used to the movement. Once they get, whoops, and then I accidentally hit it. Once they get used to you're doing the massage, you may even want to remove the collar because you can get a little further up along the neck and the neck muscles. So we're going along, so he sees, and he's a little suspicious that we've got some, he already knows it buzzes. And terrier mixes are the ones that are most likely to turn around and try and grab it because they think it's a bug or an animal, and that's been my experience. Whereas a dog like Eddie would just probably roll over and accept it wholeheartedly. So the next thing I do, go ahead and hold on to him there, because in introducing him to this, I want to start about mid-spine and just turn it on so he can see. Good boy. And he didn't change that much in his demeanor. Good boy. And then if I click the button, it'll stay on. And this is the thing that a lot of people don't hold on, and then the dog gets up and wanders off. So if I keep one hand on him and hold him, and what I'd like for you to do is do 10 minutes straddling the spine and going very slowly. So there's no increased benefit if you go fast. And I'm not putting much pressure on this, but I am pushing down some. I mean, it's just barely. It's more than just letting it ride on top of his skin. And I got a little closer up his neck that time. But the system that I've worked out that seems to be easiest for people to do, first of all, this is really easy to do even while you're watching TV. You want to watch, if you have a dog that has a bone in your spine, that you're not running over it with these little feet. But all of this is hard plastic, and it usually fits on dogs this way or this way. And so it's I used it on my Great Dane. I've used it on Chihuahuas. Of course, you pretty much just hold it in place for a Chihuahua.
So it would be like if you were going to hit the bone, it would be more annoying to them because they're going to feel the vibration and hear it through their bone.
And the same with my rings. I have to hold it a certain way because I'll forget, and the rings will hit it and rattle. And so a lot of people don't wear as many rings as I do. But I have noticed, even in coming back a week later to do a recheck on the dog, that if they've had tension spasms along the back, that if the owner has done this every day for 10 minutes, and usually people pick in the evening when they're winding down, that those spasms are reduced. And I've had a lot of reports. I've been recommending this for over 5 years, and I've had a lot of reports where they said the dog's moving better and tending to just seem to feel better, going back to more normal activity, even if they haven't introduced anything extra. I get a lot of compliance on this massage, more than using some sort of manual technique with their fingers where they have to learn a method, whereas this is achieving a lot of benefit, and it's pretty much a no-brainer.
So it's interesting because even though his injury wasn't a spinal injury, his injury was a knee injury, you're massaging his spine to stimulate that and to help him relax and not to have tension there. Is that correct?
Because when they're favoring this, as you probably already know, then they're causing more tension here. They're then putting more pressure on the opposing leg. They're putting more pressure on the contralateral, up here in the front, this one, and then there's just the tension just mounts all over the body. So any major injury, and I know this from personal experience, so any major injury is going to cause muscle tension throughout the body, and then a cascade of other issues, potentially. He's got a lot of muscle density, as most dogs of his breed do, and so he's a little better protected in his bone. His joints are a little better protected. Building up the muscle helps protect the joints. Then we want to cause it to still, have increased circulation and be relaxed at the same time. What I like to accomplish with this is that along the spine, especially if they're guarding or favoring, they're usually more stiff, just like we are, and so we may not be getting the kind of circulation that we want along all the connective tissue. So this is just basic, but it accomplishes so much. After 10 minutes along the spine, if they're still willing to sit and tolerate it, then 5 minutes along each hip and thigh, not further down on the leg where it's bony, but 5 minutes along each hip and thigh. It doesn't matter if they're standing, sitting, lying down, however you can get to it. But that is my next recommendation. And then we'll do, and he's really tolerating this better than I expected, 5 minutes along each shoulder. And just going in circles along, the muscular part here, and going slowly. And you can time it. I time it, I watch my watch, or some people set their phones. Good boy. Good boy. Really? Good job. Yes, you are. Mwah. Yeah, you are. You did a good job.
He's trying to reward you for stopping by kissing you.
By kissing you.
I distributed tongue, but just a little bit.
Do you have any questions? Do you want to do it, I guess, on this shoulder?
Okay.
Where we can see.
On this one here?
Yeah.
Okay. So I probably wasn't watching closely enough where you were.
So on the shoulder area, we just want to go around, not below the elbow.
Buzz first. So we're doing it. It would be right here. And not below the elbow.
And you're letting the vibration do the majority of the work.
Okay.
Not trying to accomplish anything but
you're just kind of letting it rest there.
A little bit of pressure.
The arms should be right here.
Good boy. Okay, go a little slower and put all the feet on him. There you go. You're just fine. Oh my goodness, what a good boy. Oh, he's like half falling asleep.
Is he?
He's not sure. And this is usually what happens. Usually they grow to love it, even the most antsy dog.
Oh, really?
And if you just hold them in place, but give a confident sense of, this is what we're going to do, this is going to be okay, no need for hysterics, everybody stay calm. That's usually what gets passed on to the dog.
And so could we do this with a vacuum cleaner too and achieve the same results?
On Facebook. Only on Facebook. Vacuum clean the cat. And actually I've used the massager on cats before too.
Really?
They love it. My cat loves it. There you go. So you're just circulating, try to keep all the feet on him, just because you get the additional benefit.
Right? Yeah. Instead of 2, you'd want 4.
And people ask me, they say, oh, I've got one of these that has 3 legs on it, or oh, I've got this other kind that's really flexible. And there are several different kinds out there, but the best benefit I've found is from using this one.
Yeah.
Because the others are either too flexible.
And this is like what, $5 or something?
In season at Target, yeah, they're $4.99 now.
What's the season?
I know, right? In the let's sell lots of stuff season. But in the summer they're harder to find, and they're available at CVS or Walgreens, about $7.99 or $8.99. So good. And that's it. Thank you, Cosmo.
You're welcome, Auntie.
Yes.
Autographs, anyone?
Okay. All right.
Well, that's just. And here we see the vicious pit bull in its natural habitat. 2 minutes after
massage. Coming to.